Okay, so for today we are going to have a training on Sister Jati. And if you have not heard of what is Sister Jati, this is what we are going to go through, and it will take about 4 hours. And I'm from Sister AI and Medium Berhad, but before that I'm actually USM staff. Okay, so we are going to have the first part on welcome and overview, then followed by the introduction to AI and large language model, and focus specifically for the future, which is believed to be visual, or in other words, the future is video for the moment. Maybe after another few years, the future will be metaverse, so we don't know. But multimedia is a trend. Okay, so we will see how we can deal with multimedia with the large language model. And then over here, I'm also going to introduce the Sister Jati system without hands-on. Okay, so that you have some idea of how the system is like, what you can produce. And after the break, then only we are going to use the computer to try use the system. Okay, and after that we will end with the discussions and wrap up, and probably some discussion of how it can be useful for your work or for the organization. Okay, so this will be the agenda today. Okay, so I have introduced myself. So maybe a quick introduction of our participants. Maybe from the right.
Hi, I'm Christine. So currently I'm an English language teacher here at USM.
Okay.
But I actually have some experience previously managing translations. So this will be interesting.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning, Prof. Tang.
Morning.
Tang and everyone. I'm Pin Ling. I'm a Chinese language teacher in this school.
Okay.
Yes, and I did my PhD in translation. The pair language is BM into BC.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Asawi from Thai. I'm the Thai language teacher in this school from Thailand. I'm interested in this workshop, so I would gain a lot of knowledge from it.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, everyone.
Actually, I visited Kasasat University many times and worked with them on the Thai language. Okay.
Hi, Doctor. My name is Anis Nabila. I'm a language teacher, Bahasa Melayu. And this is a new for me. And I hope I can learn more about this one.
Okay. Okay. I know you.
Yes. We've met before. I'm an English language teacher. My background is not in translation, but I have done translation work in different systems. So my background is more on education and teaching.
Okay.
Do I need to introduce myself?
Just a minute.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Bo. Okay, I'm teaching translation at this school. I'm from a translation studies background.
Okay. Okay, good. So the next, we are going to do a little bit of ice breaking, which is normally a relaxed activity for you to energize yourself a bit. So in the past, normally I do Tai Chi or I do yoga, but today is a bit difficult for me to do that. So we do simple one. Are you able to?
This?
Okay. Yeah. So here, you close your right hand side, and you try to breathe in using your left nostril. After that, you close your left hand side, and you breathe out and breathe in again. Okay, so you alternate for a few times. It's supposed to make you wake up a bit. Okay, I don't know whether is it effective, but this is a simple technique to push out your energy. Okay, then you are ready to go to what is AI. Okay, and we will go to what is AI next, but before that I have to mention a bit of what is the objective. So for today, we are going to introduce AI and large language model, because I think this is something which everybody is talking about. So I assume before I provide any training, I would prefer to introduce this particular concept so that you are aware of what is it. And then the AI power creative content creation, and why we mention the future is visual. Actually, probably you know already, most of the large language model or most of the AI tools we are using now is basically for creative content creation. Okay, so that will be key. And then hopefully you are going to gain some insight into the sister chatting, which is actually an AI powered video solution, which provides various types of video services for creating video, enhancing or assisting video, translating a video, or even doing live interpretation of a live video. Okay, so all kinds of video services is now quite possible. Okay, so similarly, based on this objective, then we are going to have this, hopefully, this outcome at the end. So all training will be able to understand the impact of AI and large language model, plus the future which is visual, and then appreciate sister chatting, especially for the three key services. A, video enhancement or translation. Usually you can do video translation plus enhancement together in one go. And then on-demand video translation. In case you are watching a particular video, you want to immediately translate into Thai, okay, that can be done. So that you don't need to wait for an hour for the video to be translated, then only you watch it. And the same technology, of course, can be used for interpretation. So if you have a live stream video, you can immediately translate it, and that is what we mean by interpretation. Okay, so these are the learning outcomes. Okay, so next we are going to what is AI. So before I introduce AI, probably look into some comments given by various different parties on AI. So for this one, is basically mentioned 2 years ago, December 2023, 1.5 years ago. Okay, and that is actually 6 months after the launch of OpenAI, about that. Okay, and everyone are so excited, and everyone play with OpenAI. And comment like this start mentioned here and there. Okay. So here, basically in that particular period, the most obvious one is with the use of this large language model, suddenly everyone becomes a very good writer Because at the time, image video is still not popular, only text. So everyone start generating letter, generating email, generating whatever. And somehow the grammar is a bit quite perfect and also quite beautiful. So you don't really able to differentiate between a professional writer or anyone just generate a text from AI and improve a bit here and there. The quality is about the same. So this means it actually helps us narrowing down the gap between high performer and low performer, because you are not able to differentiate anymore. And this is in terms of writing. Okay. So creative writing suddenly allow most of the people to enjoy 10 to 20% of the performance, and of course they are very enjoyable doing this. Okay, and for the office work, obviously this is what most of the time we are using it for. Okay, since then, even now also. Okay, so the main idea is that AI is a great equalizer, so make everybody the same. Okay, then come to the following year, 2024. This is a concept mentioned by, I think everybody also know this guy. Okay, Sam. Okay, 2024 is no more just writing text. Actually text, I mean any languages. But now also including programming language apart from natural language. Okay, so now AI is able to generate program. Okay, that is the best for me because I'm a programmer. So I don't need to write program. And AI also generate very professional program. It's the best style with the best structure one can have. Okay. So at that point of time, a new concept appeared. It's Sam is a bit exaggerated. 30x is too much. 30x means 30 times. So you are able to do 30 programmers' job if you are using AI to help you. So instead of employing 30 programmers, one programmer will do. Okay, but normally later on people refer to 10 times, 30 times. That is also too much. How can you perform 10 people's work? But actually for me, over the past 2-3 years, with the assistance of AI to generate text, generate program, I actually complete all my tasks on my own. So I don't know that is how many times, but at least I can do everything which I have been doing in the past easily, fast, and quite nice also. Okay, so maybe 2-3 times. And another word is what normally used is 10 times professional. So by 2024 is actually able to help most of the professional, most of the profession. Okay, so everyone, not just equal, but suddenly become very productive. Okay, then come to this year. Another concept appeared, super individual economy. Okay, so as I mentioned just now, if you are able to do everything on your own, then you are a super individual. Okay, actually most of those AIs, multi-billion company value now, if you visit their company, it's only 2 or 3 staff inside there only. Okay, but of course this we are talking about software related kind of company or services. Factory or whatever, that one of course, unless you have a super robot, otherwise you still have to employ a lot of people. But for software or content, a related kind of business. With AI, you can actually run a very large enterprise with a few people. And this type of person is what we call super individual. Okay? So here, how AI and new business model empower lean, ultra-light operations to be developed. Okay? And of course, here, especially now it's much better. A few weeks ago, it's a bit worrying because of the whatever Trump effect. Everybody is actually trying to look for the possibility of lowering the cost. And this is exactly what enabled them to achieve that. Okay? But now everybody relax with us. Don't really need to worry that much because the two major countries settle the problem already. So this is what we refer to the 10-time professional period. I don't know, probably in a few months' time there will be some new concept appear because of some new capability of large language model being developed. So when LLM become better and better, we will be able to enjoy more advancement. Okay, so probably this is the time everybody will have to look back your CV, your biodata, and start identifying what you have developed in the past. Because we do have a large language model which are very capable, which can support you from many different angles. But how many of this intelligence is actually relevant to you, or you are able to enjoy or make use of it? It all depends on yourself. In the past, what have you developed and what you are doing, and how you can actually tap into all these different aspects of AI intelligence. Okay. So for me, I'm a researcher. I think most of you also in the university, probably we have some similarity. So whatever I can, you probably also will be. Okay. So, and of course for me it's slightly different because my domain, my area is computer science. So I add one more advantage. Okay, so researcher, computer science, and my research area is natural language processing. So 3. Natural language processing is exactly large language model. So a bit lucky. Okay. But you also, you are teaching language, you are doing translation, so you are also quite aligned with this large language ability. Okay, except that you don't write program, but you can pick up and generate program and do whatever in future. No problem, huh? And the other angle is I've been doing a lot of R&D in the past to work with the industry to develop product system. Okay, so with this experience, actually, I have some idea of how to design a system I would like to develop. Okay, in the past, I can only think, I can only present, okay, using PowerPoint. What system I would like to develop with what kind of functionality. And then I have to depend on my programmer or my student. To write program, to implement it. And I have been doing it this way for, I think, the whole period of my, I think, being a lecturer at School of Computer Science. After my PhD, actually hardly write any program because I have to supervise and doing a lot of teaching and admin work. So I can only tell what I want, and the system will the student will develop, especially the postgraduate student. And also with the industry, we are able to employ, based on the grant, the real programmer, not the student. And the same, they also develop. But most of the time, certain functionality which I would like to develop, they are not able to do it. Okay? Probably because they don't understand what I am explaining. And that is quite true, because certain things which I would like to work on, I can understand myself, but it's very difficult to clearly express, or even I can explain. They probably don't have the ability to design the system to enable the programmer to develop the system accordingly. Okay? So this is what I have been experiencing so far. And now, with the ability to generate program, I do it myself. So whatever I want to implement, I just implement. And it's actually quite fast and quite accurate, of course, because I do it based on my understanding. Okay, so this is how one analyzes what you have done in the past, and then how you can actually profile yourself to tap into the AI ability to increase your professionality 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, depends. Okay? So in future, you will probably see, oh, this guy is a 5 times professional. Okay. It means he is able to duplicate him or herself 5 times. Okay, that's all about how you can position yourself against this large language model facility. And of course, even though I know what is AI, I can give a day, 2 days, 3 days, 10 days, whatever lecture you want. But most of the time, I don't really talk about technical AI. Okay, so I will just introduce AI to the level which is useful for you to appreciate what is AI. That's all. Okay. So what is AI? Okay. This is the survey conducted right after the launch of OpenAI. And if you don't read Chinese, then you switch a bit. This is what Google Lens can do for you. Any picture, you just position your mobile phone. It will change to whatever language you want. So it's not a problem with language anymore. Okay, so Indonesia score the highest. So how do you think? UK, India, Australia, Japan score the lowest. Huh?
Do they, is it self-reported? They say that they have a good understanding?
Yes, because I will just simply ask you what is the percentage, and then you just reply me a number. Then I will just report it accordingly. But it's also from here we will be able to understand the scenario. So when people talk about AI, it can be very simple. It can also very complex, depend on your understanding. And because of this flexibility of large language model, it gives an impression that AI is simple. As long as you can chat with AI, that is AI. Okay, so most of the people suddenly don't really treat AI as a complex concept. Before ChatGPT, yes, if you talk about AI, oh, nothing to do with me unless you are working on AI. But now everybody seems no problem at all. AI, yes, AI, I enjoy using AI, I know what is AI. So it's not really technique which only the advanced country can appreciate. Okay, but of course, yeah, we know that this is because the understanding of AI is different. That is why we come to this statistic. However, in order for you to really assess yourself the right percentage, this is the kind of metric can be used. If you go through this diagram, you start counting the concept inside here, which is familiar with you. If it's 50% of the concept, you are fine. I don't know whether you can read it or not. Then, yeah, that is 50%. If it's 40%, yeah, you can take photo. If it's 40%, then 40%. So at least the percentage derived from the understanding of this diagram is probably more objective, more reflective of your understanding of AI. So how do you think? 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%? Okay, the top row, definitely you score. Oh, everybody score. This is what we normally refer by domain-specific application. So AI can be used for smart office, can be used for robotic. I think every now and then you have this short video presenting fantastic robot from China. Okay, so robotic is simply easy concept for everybody. Smart home is going to be quite convenient in future, especially for elderly. Okay, with assistance of robot. Autonomous vehicle also is quite common idea now. Okay, you don't need to drive anymore. Just sit in the car, enjoy listening your music or watching video inside the car. Okay, so this one I think everybody scored 4. You should have heard this and know this quite reasonable understanding. And then the next is on the media or content side. So metaverse, I think everybody know, heard of? Yeah. It's not something that difficult because as long as you imagine what happened when you use a goggle, that is metaverse. And Queen's Fair Mall used to have a demo set for everybody to experience it. Game, movie, certainly everybody now cannot survive without watching video. I don't know whether is it true for you all, but for me, I hardly read any text now. Courseware, you want to learn something, you also watch video. Any kind, if you want to learn on it. And language is of course your expertise. Okay, so this one also 100% stop. The last one is probably more specific. That is what we normally refer to as a vertical area. When people say about vertical, it's basically to develop AI for specific application, for specific sector of industry. So for law, for finance, for manufacturing, for healthcare, for education. So for you is education, for example. Okay. Okay, so this one, most of the people should have heard of because this is what everybody talking about. AI to be applied here and there. Okay. The next level is your experience of interacting with AI. So you are using AI through your mobile phone or through your computer? Both. Okay. So you certainly will have to download some app, computer app or mobile app. It's quite common to everyone. And then you interact using the window. Okay. And you use the browser. Okay. This is how normally we interact. Of course, we are hoping that in the next 1 or 2 years, you can interact via the metaverse as well. Okay, like Google. Special glasses, not the one you are wearing, can be a very intelligent one with a Google Lens. So anytime you can change it into Malay or Chinese. Okay. So here the keyword is we have content and we also have user. So what is the medium we are going to provide to connect the content and the user? At the moment is using the computer or mobile phone. But in future, we don't know. There might be more possibility of connecting the user to the content. Okay, so this level, I think 100% everybody score. So you are at least 20% understanding of AI. Next, we go deeper. Okay, the next one is what we call knowledge management. Actually, before AI, knowledge management is also something everybody talking about. For an organization, in order to be effective, is how well we capture the knowledge inside an organization. And if possible, we can represent organization knowledge in such a way that any one of the employee jalan, we don't need to worry. So there will be a knowledge somewhere for a new employee to look into and pick up the knowledge exactly before the other employee have left. Okay? So that is why knowledge management is very critical. Not now, many years ago. In the field of computer science, we have been trying hard to solve this problem. How to make explicit the knowledge of an organization such that anyone looking into it will be able to understand what is supposed to do, what is the key activity or whatever of an organization. Okay? And here basically in the past we are looking into all kinds of techniques to capture the knowledge, represent it in a fantastic graph or knowledge database and whatever. Okay? But nowadays there is a very simple way of representing the knowledge. Take video. Make sure you have video of everything and then put it into a library. So if you don't know anything, look at watch the video. The video will present all details related to that particular activity or task which you are supposed to learn and handle. Okay? So courseware become critical, and what more important is now become easier and easier to develop courseware. In the past, we used to talk about multimedia to the lecturer. Please use multimedia. But not many people are actually doing it because it's not easy. And now multimedia is everywhere. Everybody can create your courseware. But probably have not been fully exercised at the moment, even though the convenience is there. So one of the topics I'm going to cover today is how to make use of AI to help you to prepare your own courseware. Okay, so that there's this concept you used to mention micro what? I don't know. USM seems to stress a lot on this. Hoping every lecturer to do it. Okay, but if you are doing it, it's a very plus. Okay.
Plus.
Okay. So we will see how AI can help you to fulfill this KPI. Okay. So that is what knowledge management, either from the knowledge base or from the means of creating video to record down everything. Okay. And in order to do it efficiently, this is where the AI now is providing. So you are going to have a lot of different kind of tools or API which you can use to create a system to capture knowledge, to represent knowledge. So for video preparation, of course, then you have the video editor, you have the speech recognition. In case I have recorded down this, anytime I want, I can convert it into a text. And once it's in the text, no problem already. I can ask OpenAI, please improve my text to the best grammatical piece of article. And preferable also beautify a bit. Whatever you want, it will do for you. No problem. And whether it's 5 minutes or 1 hour, no, length is not a problem as well. Now the context is 1 million tokens. So you can throw everything in and you will process in one go. Last time we have to chop. Now don't need. Okay. So here, this is the list of tools. Depend on your need, we will pick up different tools to develop the knowledge management system for a particular organization or a particular user. Okay? So for mine, it's normally I'm going to use a lot of language tools, speech recognition, speech synthesis, OCR. If you have a text, you can capture the Google Lens. You recognize the text, convert whatever in poster into editable text. Then you can start using the PowerPoint to create your own PowerPoint, whatever. Okay. And this level is what? The heart of AI. Okay, if you are able to appreciate up to here, then you are really real AI expert because you are going to know exactly how we develop this AI tool. Okay? Basically, we need this kind of thing, all kind of different data. So a lot of text, a lot of speech, a lot of different kind of audio, a lot of music, a lot of image, a lot of video, or other kind of signal. Why AI now can happen but not in the past? It's because of the internet, which enable everybody to contribute the data, any of this type, and somehow capture in the internet, which can be accessed by anyone if you want. Okay, so that is why OpenAI can have billion and billion of text to train, because you contribute, I also contribute. Whatever email we write, whatever publication we publish over the internet, it becomes a possible data for them to use. Okay, so the size of data is available, and also the storage is available. Now storage is very cheap, huh? 1 terabyte, only 100 or 200. In the past, 1 terabyte is going to cost you a bomb. Okay, so no problem, you can store whatever, and high-speed computing that can process very fast. NVIDIA, you have heard of that? Ah, so not bad already, you score 80%. Okay, cloud computing, everybody throw everything set, everything access from the cloud. Actually, you don't really need a computer, most time you don't really use it. The only thing you need is, don't know from where, but you log in Google and you somehow can access. That is the cloud facility because of our fast speed mobile internet, mobile connection, okay, or internet, yeah. And IoT, which is enabled to connect all kinds of components. Okay? And this thing, in the past, we normally structure into a knowledge structure or into a database, but now you don't need to do anything. There's an automatic process to convert this knowledge, this data into a large language model, or large image model, or large speech model, whatever data. They can create a very large model, and then when the particular model go beyond a particular threshold, a particular size, the intelligence will appear. In the past, we actually have all this process, but because we are not able to increase the size to that particular point, that's why the intelligence doesn't appear. Only recently, because of the whatever hardware and speed of processing, we are able to push the size to that particular limit where the intelligence appears. Actually, it's exactly like human also. You have to keep on learning something until a certain point. Right? We don't know, but suddenly you have the intelligence. So this is also happen with this large language model. Okay? So it's not something new, but the size make it happen. Okay?
I was wondering then how we laymen, as an user, as a consumer, how do we contribute to the source, and how the people capture and how they make it available to them?
Very simple. You just write beautiful article and save it over the internet for them to use to train.
Internet meaning emails?
For example, you publish a paper over the Scopper or whatever.
What about all the messages, the text on the Facebook? On the messages, the text on the Facebook?
Facebook, of course. You know, that is why Facebook is important. Because the minute you publish over the Facebook is something which can be accessed already.
Publicly available. What about something sent via email? The text that one on the email?
Oh, that is only specific to the email service provider. But we don't know whether this is being used or not. Because I think Google still obey to your privacy and whatever. Okay. But anyway, without email, there's now data already. You know, Google spend a lot of money, scan all the library books, digitize it. That is the one more critical because books are well edited and properly written. And that is the main source of knowledge being captured. So as long as you write something beautiful for whatever your knowledge, and they will be able to use it to learn. And that is what another side of looking into this, whatever happens. We contribute our expertise, our write-up and whatever, for the large language model to learn the intelligent ability to replace us. So, if you don't want the intelligence to replace you, then you keep secret a bit. But everybody else also can contribute, so not different. So collectively, we are training an intelligent entity to, at the end, replace our ability. Okay, so tell me, what is your percentage now? 70, 80? Huh? Okay, but before that?
Before that, I thought it was like less than 10.
Okay.
That was bad.
So with that diagram, now I can ask everybody to profile yourself. You just tell which of these blocks you are a user. or you are a service provider, or you are a developer for that box, and which domain, the blue, out of the 12 or 13 listed out there, which one is yours? So by highlighting the boxes inside this diagram, I can roughly know what is your background and how much you can enjoy this large language model to help you to increase your professional times, 2 times or 3 times. Okay, so if you are evenly split across a different level, that normally means you are a computer scientist working on AI. But otherwise, you probably will go at the higher layer or lower layer, depending on you are a content user or you are a hardware user. Okay? So you just identify what is relevant to you, and that will be your metric.
Audio translation and technology developer. That is the red box.
Yes, that is my expertise. UTNK for the past 40 years basically focused on this. How to use computer to perform translation. So the red box is highlighting your core. And I am basically at this point of time developing knowledge management system based on the AI facility. Sister Jati is actually knowledge management for video processing. Okay. So don't worry, just to show you, this won't be exercise today. Of course, you're welcome to do this. This is the exercise I used to give to the PhD student or the researcher when they attend my training on how to identify the topic or how to do my PhD. Then this you have to do. Our researcher attending my courses on how to prepare a grant, how to write a paper, you have this first. Then we talk about how to write, what kind of grant can be relevant to you.